Imari Williams here, and you're listening to Geekcast Radio Network.
There is nothing wrong with your podcast player. Do not attempt to adjust the volume. Hello and welcome back to our studio. You are now inside Studio 2009, and I am, of course, TFG1Mike. Joining me, as always, back from the serververse is Steve Megatron. You probably have no idea what the serververse is.
No, I do not.
It is the new theme of the Space Jam sequel that Jesse Raz and I talked about in episode 17 of the podcast, because we talked about the original Space Jam because of the new trailer that came out. And yeah, go back and listen to that episode, folks, if you can muster through it, because for some odd reason I think Don Cheadle screwed my audio up. Anyway, today we head once, and I find this really, I did not plan this at all, folks. I really didn't. Space Jam came out in November of 1996. The movie that we're going to be talking about tonight came out a week after my 16th birthday in February of 1996, and Steve wasn't even 10 years old yet. Yep, that's right. All golf requires is goofy pants and a fat ass. We're talking about the Adam Sandler classic, Happy Gilmore.
For 400 years, golf has been a gentleman's game. A game of tradition, etiquette, and above all, sportsmanship. Until now.
Y'all ready for this?
Meet Happy Gilmore. He was a hockey player.
That's my puck, baby! Don't you ever touch my puck!
Who was skating on thin ice. But when his grandma needed his help...
Mrs. Gilmore owes the IRS $270,000. We're gonna have to sell the house to someone else.
But she's an old lady. I mean, look at her. She's old.
He discovered a new talent.
The house is like 400 yards away. That's unbelievable.
Now he's going from the rinks...
Step right up, folks. See if you can outdrive the amazing golf ball whacker guy.
to the links.
Hey, where you going with those clubs, punk? I'm your caddy.
He's gonna be on the tour. That's super.
He's got the swing. He's got the drive.
He shoots, he scores!
He's got the balls.
Oh, God, that hurt a little, but I'm all right.
Quite a large and economically diverse crowd here at the Invitational. I guess it's the new tour sensation, Happy Gilmore.
Hey, if I saw myself in clothes like those, I'd have to kick my own ass.
And while he's trying to keep Granny out of the rest home...
I'm telling you, this place is perfect. You're gonna make friends in no time.
Get me out of here!
He's driving the game of golf.
Why didn't you just go home? That's your home! Are you too good for your home? Answer me!
Straight into the ground.
Damn you people, this is golf!
I'm Bob Barker. Looks like you and I are going to be playing together today.
This guy sucks. All right, let's go.
Universal Pictures presents Adam Sandler
The price is wrong, Bob.
as golf's missing link, Happy Gilmore.
Just tap, tap, tap it in.
Mm-hmm. A tiny, tiny tap. That's a Caddyshack reference, folks. Anyway, just the facts for Happy Gilmore. As I said, February 16th, 1996, Friday. So basically, this was a Valentine's weekend movie. Oh boy, romantic comedy at its finest.
Romantic comedy.
It had a budget of $12 million. It had a box office of $41.2 million. Holy crap. Written by Tim
Hurley.
Hurley? Okay, I wasn't sure if it was Hurley.
He's from Saturday Night Live. I know all those guys' names like no other.
Okay. Also, obviously written by Adam Sandler, directed by Dennis Duggan, produced by Robert Simmons. 92 minutes. This has got to be the fastest 92 minutes. I haven't seen Happy Gilmore in at least 20 years. I know it came out almost 30 years ago at this point, but it's been a good long while since I've seen this film, and I still love it. It's still so good. So good. So
yes, it is.
Our history with the film. Did we see this in theaters? Well, you were 9 at the time, so I highly doubt your mom or your dad.
I didn't see it in theater.
Yeah, no.
I did see it on television.
Yep. I think that's how I first found it too. Because I know I watched them backwards. I saw this first. This was my first introduction to Adam Sandler, not counting any Saturday Night Live stuff he did, but this was my first real introduction to him. And then I went back and saw Billy Madison, because Billy Madison came out before this. When was the last time you watched this movie?
Probably 3 years ago.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I periodically go back to some of his classics because a lot of his modern stuff is utter garbage and difficult to watch.
Right.
So if I can go back and watch some of the old stuff, that's what I typically do.
Right. What do you remember most about this film before catching up with it for this recording?
Shooter McGavin. I eat pieces of like you for breakfast. You eat pieces? No.
I'm gonna get you, Shooter.
Somebody had a Star Trek meme, and I'm gonna have to see if I can find it. And the other reason I bring this up, and it's relevant, is he says, I eat pieces of like you for breakfast, and then there's an Orion that says, you eat pieces for breakfast? We all do. Everything you see here is made of art. Because in the modern Trek or whatever, they have everything is replicated out of their waste. So none of the food's actually food originally.
Okay, I did not need that.
So somebody made a meme about it.
Oh my god.
I love the fight scene though between Bob Barker and Adam Sandler. And him talking to the hole and trying to, he's a hockey player trying to play golf. And then they give him a, golf stick.
Right.
It's basically a hockey stick. It's great. But I like, and then Kevin Nealon's always playing like this weird eccentric person that's always talking to him in just about any of his modern movies too.
Yeah. He is. And for me, what I love is getting into the film breakdown. The only low light I have for this entire film is the villain that is Ben Stiller. That's the only low light. He's super creepy. Don't like that. I even before my mom had her issues with nursing homes that she was in before she passed away, I have never liked the evil nursing home attendant character kind of thing, and Ben Stiller takes it to a whole new level here.
Well, what's funny is they actually have him reprise that role in an Adam Sandler movie called Hubie Halloween.
Oh no!
In 2020, he reprises the role as a cameo because it's another similar incident. Like Grandma's going to the nursing home and ends up dealing with him.
Jesus,
same guy.
Well, that's funny. But highlights overall, I love the golf stuff. I love the hockey stuff. Hello, I'm from Boston, folks. So him wearing a Bruins jersey, absolutely love that. He is a classic angry hockey player. Not all of them are that angry, but I've seen he kind of reminds me of another hockey thing of the 90s, which was the Bash Brothers from the Mighty Ducks. But I love the story. I love the fact that Adam Sandler, obviously, as Happy Gilmore, is playing the hero of the thing. And hey, look, it's Carl Weathers. It's Apollo from Rocky as the old wise mentor. It's kind of like Charles S. Dutton becoming the mentor to Rudy in the 1995 Rudy film.
Well, and he also is in The Mandalorian.
Of course. Yep.
Because, why not?
Yeah, hey, you know what? Anytime that guy shows up, I'm like, hey. I remember when he showed up in The Mandalorian, I'm like, holy crap, it's Chubbs.
Like Chubbs. And he's got his hand.
Yep. Found his hand. But, I mean, yeah, highlights and lowlights, the effect on the golf swing, now I know that's not him doing that. That's a special effect that they did.
Well, I love that special effect because it goes...
I love it too. Yeah. It's like, you hit that guy. You hit his wife. Holy crap. Here, take the money. Get back to work, you idiots. I love that. Yeah, we talked about special effect, and I have to say, watching through this time, like I said, it felt like this movie went really fast, but it did. The pacing of it is good, but for me, because I know them, like, I remembered this like the back of my hand. Like, I remembered every joke, every segment, every whatever as I was watching it. So, for me, it was really enjoyable going back and watching it again that I haven't done in so long. And I think the pacing works. I think it does. I don't think there are any bits other than, maybe the evil nursing home bit that I could do without, but as far as the overall length of the film and how the story progresses, it is very well done.
Well, and I find it funny, the aspect of the casting when I was reading about this, that Christopher McDonald, Shooter McGavin, declined the role twice because he didn't want to play a villain and he wanted to spend more time with his family. They approached Kevin Costner, but he turned it down because he was in Tin Cup.
Yep. And
Bruce Campbell was trying something terrible to get into this part, which I think he would have nailed it, but still, it says McDonald became interested because he wanted to run golf and decided to take it after he met with Sandler. It says Dugan and McDonald didn't want to see the bad guy 101 again and gave McDonald the freedom to improvise on set.
And I love that.
Which works. Like, yeah. Honestly, anytime you let an actor just do whatever they want. Like, I work, me and the director of the program that I produce, we throw pop culture references in occasionally. And right. Just to see if people will catch them.
Very cool.
We improvise them. There's like a scene in one of the seasons where somebody goes, the truth, and then I yell out, you can't handle the truth. And then the director was like, that's great, let's stay it in.
That is so cool. Yeah. The only award this movie won was Best Fight for MTV Movie Award for Barker versus Sandler. That's hilarious.
Hey, but it's epic.
Well, yeah. I mean, The Price is Wrong, bitch.
Well, it says that Barker beating up Gilmore increased ratings for The Price is Right among younger demographics.
Yeah.
It says Barker claimed that someone in the audience asked him about Happy Gilmore almost every day.
And I am so glad that this film remains this film. It is a single film. It does not have a sequel. It does not have a universe unto its own. I mean, the Sandler-verse is its own thing, and I hate that term now. But, the Adam Sandler movies are their own thing, and he does have all of his connections between Happy Madison and Billy Madison in this, and Waterboy and Wedding Singer and all of that. But I am so glad there is not a really, really bad sequel that was done to this. Did the film keep our interest throughout, and how the film held up? This film holds up so well. If you like making fun of golf,
which I think we all do.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, it's not that I have anything against golf players. You just have to have a lot of patience, and I don't.
Yeah, I don't either. No. Would we recommend this film to people? If you want to laugh and forget about your 2020 troubles, yeah. Hello. And yeah, I mean, it's a basic plot, but again, in 1996, we didn't always need the most in-depth thing. It's basically Happy's the hero. He has to save his grandma, and he has to do it in a hilarious way. And that's basically combining hockey with golf. It's like what what's that game the kids play these days? Rocket League. It's like combining soccer with driving. You know, we were doing it way better in 1996 with hockey and golf combined together.
I don't know. I like the new Mighty Ducks too, so
well,
it's growing on me.
That's a topic for another day because I have really, really bad issues with that series. All right, overall grade, GCRN Universal Rating System, 0 to 5. What are you going to give Happy Gilmore, sir?
I'm probably going to give it. I'll give it a 4. Like, there's some aspects in it that kind of like I could do without.
Yeah.
But on a whole, like, I enjoy it.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. 4 out of 5. Absolutely. I very much enjoy it. It's very fun. I love the music. I love how they interplay certain songs and things like that, and I love the tension. I love the fact that he has to go to mini golf to learn how to putt. I think that is so cool. I'll say this. As a kid, I loved mini golf.
Oh, I did too.
That was the only part of golf that I cared about was mini golf. And yeah. All right. We are going to take a quick break, come back to close the show after this.
Hey, go out for a pass.
Yeah, go out there. With the football, you're going to throw it? Yeah. It's a little too big, you know? The football, if you guys had a tennis ball, I could see, but I got to catch it with my mouth, you know? I don't got no fingers like you guys, so a football, that could cause some damage. But what else?
Just give it a try.
Come on. Fuck me. All right.
Good deep.
Ow! Fuck me in the goat ass! Shit! You fucking whizzed that thing!
Right in the eye, that must have hurt.
Fuck! That thing is pointy, fellas. You fucking regular Starbuck over there.
You okay, Goat?
Nah, you button hooked me. I didn't know you were gonna button hook me.
I think you got a knot there.
Huh?
All right, we are back here inside Studio 2009. Do you have any last words or anything you think we missed, even though we kind of glossed over Happy Gilmore? It's a very enjoyable film for me, but what do you think? What do you think we missed, if anything?
I don't think we missed anything. I think people that gave it generally unfavorable reviews back in the day, and including some that are doing it now, I think that some people were saying that, the general tone nevertheless makes it difficult to elevate the gags beyond an occasional chuckle. Mm-hmm. I don't disagree in some regards, but I find that it's very in some aspects you have to think about it a little bit. Like I love anytime Shooter McGavin shows up. I love the Bob Barker stuff. I love Adam Sandler when he's paired with somebody else in the movie.
Yeah.
And not to say that he had a lot of great movies, because he didn't, and he still doesn't. A lot of his stuff now is like utter garbage. But Netflix keeps giving him a paycheck, so
they got to do something to justify the cost they charge us now.
But Happy Gilmore and Billy Madison and up to the movie Click, I think he had some pretty good movies here or there. Little Nicky I think was kind of stupid, but yeah, I mean overall he had some good movies, and this is one of them.
Yeah, I really dig this movie. I think it's fun. I didn't forget, I didn't walk into this after 20 years of not seeing it thinking, oh, I forgot what this is, I need to rediscover it. I walked in knowing exactly what I was going to get between him and his ex-girlfriend and the little Chinese lady, because the girlfriend just walked away, and that whole scene and all of that, and just all right, you golf baller whacker guy and whatever and all that, I enjoyed it. I had fun with it.
It's humorous.
Absolutely it is. Thank you for joining us inside the studio. If you'd like to get in contact with us or leave feedback for the show, there are several ways to do so. Visit the website, geekcastradio.com, where you can comment on this and all of our other episode posts. Send us email. Feedback at geekcastradio.com is where you can send that. Here are all the ways you can listen to us nowadays. Apple and Google Podcasts, Spotify, and of course the home where our files exist, Spreaker. You can also use any other podcatching client you choose, but I personally prefer you use one of these. Leave the show's feedback in iTunes. Please do this. Yes, that is still a thing. Follow us on Twitter. At Geekcast Radio is the network Twitter. At ITS Studio 2009 is the show Twitter. I am at TFG1Mike. What is your Twitter, sir?
At SCP21.
Become a fan on Facebook. Go to facebook.com/Geekcast Radio Network, and you can also search out Studio 2009 Podcast over there. Join us next time when Steve and I will be talking about something, or maybe Mike the Birdman Dodd and I will be back with Star Wars. I don't know what's going on for episode 19 currently. It's listed as episode 3 for 12 months of Star Wars, but I don't know what's going to happen. For now, I am TFG1Mike with
Steve Megatron Phillips.
You'll hear us back in the studio soon.